Liquid IV spent over $7 million on their Super Bowl ad. Singing toilets, Phil Collins cover, the whole thing. So I went to Amazon to see what happens when somebody goes and actually wants to purchase Liquid IV. And the listing for me scored a D+. 64 out of 100. The number 2 product in this category, and the listing reads like it's written in 2019. Here's the thing though. I didn't just eyeball it and make up a grade. I built a prompt that audits Amazon listings the way that a conversion-focused merchandiser like I would. It scores a title, bullets, image, a pricing clarity, and some that most brands don't even think about right now, and that's GEO readiness. It's whether AI systems like ChatGPT, Gemini, or even Amazon's own Rufus can actually recommend your product when somebody asks a question. Only 8% of brands on Amazon pass that test. Liquid IV was not in that 8%. Let me show you how I turned this prompt into this result. So this is where I was talking about 64 out of 100. I'll review this in just a second, but let's go ahead and go to the listing here, Shell. I want to get in the video and make this a little bit quicker than I did last time reviewing Freshpet. But as you can see here, Liquid IV is the second best seller in the sports nutrition electrolyte replacement drink. So let's just jump right into it. So whenever I watch a commercial and the Amazon e-com guy on me, I go to their listing and check it out and see if I was a new customer, if I was somebody that did not know about the brand, would I purchase this? As you can see here, I'm logged into my Prime account, which I purchased 3 years ago. So I have used this product before. I don't mind it, and I won't get into my own personal kind of thing. I wanted to look at it from a objective lens. But let me go back to the prompt first. So this is the prompt I created. It took me about a couple days or so. I do have about over 15 years in merchandising and e-com, so kind of know what I'm looking for. I kind of know what I want to enter into some of these areas that are customizable. But if you're looking at this prompt, and I can share this prompt with you guys if you guys want, so let me know, send me a message, a comment, and I'll send this over to you. But this is a pretty simple one. I wanted to grade this product on this marketplace to these customers. So I'll show you guys the results once I fill it in, but I'll give you a quick glimpse of basically the prompt I use. So prompt, anytime you see the brackets is where you got to fill it in. And that's where I filled in some of the stuff, the target customer, the marketplace. Oops, scrolling a little bit too fast here for you. But pretty straightforward. And the output I wanted to do is pretty much do the scorecard per element, and then 100 out of 100, what did they score? And then the top 3 fixes. So keep that in mind. There's some fixes in there that I would recommend. And the one thing that the listing does well. So basically what I do is I grab this, throw this into whatever AI agent you like or you trust, and then it'll produce something like this. A couple tweaking to get the visual to look good, but I'm gonna show this real quick, but I'll come back and review this when I get it, when I review the actual prompt. So give me a sec here, let it load. As you can see here, just gonna let it finish loading, but there's some recommendation. There's the scoring and reasoning behind some of the things, like the overall impression, stuff like that. But I want to show you guys one more thing before I jump right into this breakdown. So the prompt. So I went from that prompt I showed you earlier, filled out the product link, filled out the customer I wanted to target. So basically graded on health conscious adult who buy hydration, electrolyte products before they scroll. I wanted to really focus on above the fold on the listing and the other information, the category, the ideal customer once again, and some of the title reviews, like I said, out of 10, and check out the GEO readiness. Does this answer the who uses it, when they use it, and where they use it, and why they choose it? So not just the what. So the SEO pretty much is just say what is this product from a human perspective, and also from a robot or the bot perspective that Amazon or other marketplaces use. And in the last overall impressions, provide that scorecard like I mentioned earlier, overall score out of 100, top 3 fixes, and I added a little bit of a bonus here, the Super Bowl shelf test. So you'll see that on the actual results, but let's get into the actual results. After you guys have seen the setup here, let me get to it. So once again, I'm going from this prompt, and if you guys want this, let me know. The brackets are where you fill out the information, and then you just dump this right into whatever AI agent model that you want to use. For me, I use Cloud. So I'm going back to the actual results, and I'm gonna fly through this. So if you guys want a copy of this, let me know. I'll send it over to you guys. No need to slow this video down. I'm just going to speed right through it. 64 out of 100, brand carrying the listing. So they spent over 7 million, like I mentioned early at the intro. But does this hit? So element score, I think this is very important. Title ranks 7 out of 10, 6 out of 10 on the bullets. Images 7 out of 10. Clarity 7 out of 10. And this part is a little concerning, GE already. So they didn't really answer who, when, where, what this product is for. There's zero persona language. AI system can't recognize it for specific queries. And finally, impressions 6.5 out of 10. So here's how I weighted it, or here's how AI weighted it, to be honest. 20%, 25% on the bullets, 20% on images, and a little bit lower on the rest of the stuff. I don't know how I would weight this way, so I got to tweak a little bit on the prompt to make sure that this weight is properly distributed. This is all kind of AI's first crack at it, so a lot of improvements that needs to be made. And now we go down to the actual reasoning why some of these points got docked. 7 out of 10 for the title. This one actually needs to be updated as well, and I'm going to be completely transparent with you guys. There's a lot of prompt tweaking that needs to be done with any prompt that you guys use for AI. It's not just they set it, this prompt will work forever type thing. The mobile it says the mobile title, it buries it, it cuts it off at 75 characters. Amazon actually fixed that issue. So if you go on the app, you're going to look, it has the full title in it. So this one's kind of outdated, so it should be actually 8 out of 10. But anyway, there's no use case keyword for discovery, so this is another one of the things that they're listing. Let me show you their listing title. Very simple, very straightforward, very kind of, I don't know, nobody really put an effort into it. But anyway, here's one of the fixes. They would use electrolyte powdered drink mix, rapid hydration for fitness, travel, and recovery. Just add that to the title. There's enough character limit for you to use. And with Liquid IV now selling regular and sugar-free, people are scanning it and paying attention to it. A positive differentiation, the fix would be like with B vitamins or whatever other kind of feature or emotional play that they want to do to the title. It just seems so short, so generic that nobody really paid attention to it. And moving down to the second point, bullets. And once again, I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm just going to run through kind of the reasoning behind it. I don't want to go through the exact details. Images was 7 out of 10. And if you guys want this prompt, want this kind of output, let me know. Price and clarity. I wanted to get to the GEO section, which if it loads here. GEO. So GEO is the one that scored the lowest. And this is the one that everybody scores the lowest, to be honest, because nobody's ready. 8% of the people on Amazon are ready. The rest aren't, even big brands like this. So for GEO readiness, pretty simple from my perspective, and I watched this webinar from a company that did it really, really well and broke it down pretty easily for us to understand. People like me even understand. So who uses it? When do they use it? Where do they use it? And why do they choose it? And the what is already answered. The what is what everybody answers, right? That's SEO to a T. What is this item stuff? So a lot of these, no, they don't mention any athletes, travel office workers, or the demographic that they're targeting. There's no mention of post-workout, morning, when do you use this product, or where, gym, office, airplane, stuff like that, and why. Why do you need it? So it's missing a lot of the key points. So if you were just starting out and starting to get to GEO readiness, just answer these 5 questions and get a start at least. Get it on the listing. Get it on the listing somewhere, whether it's bullet points, product details, anywhere that you think you can answer these questions and where the bots can pick it up. There's no persona. There's trusted by athletes, travelers. You should probably add that information somewhere, just somewhere in the listing. It doesn't have to be front and center. It could be one of the bullet points. It could be one of the lower bullet points. And this is where the video gets about 10 minutes. I'm going to cut this off here for the LinkedIn, but continue on for the YouTube video. Going down to the overall impressions, and I do apologize. I'm trying to speed through this because I'm trying to keep it within some reasonable amount of time. I get very excited. I love this stuff. I love looking at different types of product listings and how one differentiates from the other. So that's why I built this prompt. I built this tool. I can do this research a lot quicker now with AI and the AI's help on getting me a nice baseline, nice framework. So I can work off of this, tweak the prompt, and make this baseline a little bit better. And eventually I get to a point where this will work for the next couple months. Revisit it on a monthly cadence instead of a kind of a weekly cadence that I'm doing right now to make this make sense. So the overall impression is 6%, no emotional hook. Brand confidence is definitely very strong, but new customers, and I made this video yesterday, about 37% of the US don't know Liquid IV quite yet. It's huge on Amazon. Everybody's on Amazon, and to have that low of a number is very concerning. There's also, I think, 18.5% household penetration. So it's very, very low. So the brand is, although the brand is strong, they spent $7 million on YouTube Super Bowl. They're missing kind of the basic fundamental stuff that they probably should pay attention to and take a day or something. Strategize a little bit, plan it out, and execute. And the listing doesn't mention anything about the Super Bowl. I don't know if this is intentional, and it looks like the listing hasn't been touched in a while, so I'm sure it is. Is it a focus for them to make sure that it pairs up with whatever they mentioned on the Super Bowl commercial? But once again, on the other video, I mentioned that Liquid IDs really focus on this being kind of a product launch. So if there's a way to connect it, I don't know. The product, meaning the Super Bowl commercial, felt like a product launch to get that 37% understanding of what Liquid IV is, and the 18.5% household penetration number up as well. So here's the top 3 fixes that I would do, or the AI would do, and I completely agree with. The fix number 1, this goes back to the GEO stuff, the generative engine optimization. Rewrite the bullet points to kind of get a little bit to who, when, where question that the GEO, the robot, or the AI agents need to know and need to pull from. So rewrite bullet 1, 2, and 6. Let me check out what bullet point 1, 2, and 6 is right now. Bullet point 1, 2, and 6. So as you can see here, there's up to 6. Yep, up to 6. So we will rewrite the hydration mix, great tasting GMO electrolyte drink that delivers hydration faster than water alone. Just simple. Hey, the water. Who is it? Who is this for? It's really easy. Great taste. I think they like the lemon zest. That's good. But let me check out the fixes that they would do. Who is this for, and when do they use it? I think those are 2 pretty simple questions to answer on the bullet points. Rufus, which is the Amazon AI agent, is surfacing recommendations based on natural language theory. If Liquid IV doesn't contain workout, morning, athlete, it won't get recommended, regardless of what the brand is and the sales volume or whatever. A single change can both really affect both the human and the AI discoverability. So we're in an age on the merchandising side of things in e-com that we have to basically satisfy 3 different engines or 3 different search criteria to organically grow. Number 1 is your traditional SEO. So the keywords, indexing in the right keywords, right phrases that you want, the right things that the back-end engine or traditionally can scrape and grab and place your product in the right category, place your product with the right keywords. That's number 1. Number 2 is going to be the GEO that I've been talking about quite a bit. The generative, the generative one, the one that humans are conversing with AI chat agents like Rufus to say, okay, what is the best electrolyte drink out there right now for me, an office worker that works a 9-to-5 job? And that you enter that in, it'll produce, hey, here are the top 3, here's what I would recommend from an AI agent perspective. That's number 2. Number 3, and this is the one I haven't even talked about, the agent one, how to satisfy agent shoppers. So let's go back and review. The SEO is basically the platform talking to your listing. So what does the platform need for it to be successful? Number 2 is what does the AI chat agent need to be successful, and that's the GEO. And number 3, and the final one that I'll get into in videos in the future, is the agent side. What if an agent is trying to talk to another agent and kind of remove some of the fluff stuff that you're trying to please the agent? I know this is getting a little confusing, but there's agent to agent improvements or optimization that needs to be reviewed, at least thought about and strategized and eventually executed. But going back, let's figure out the fix number 2, the infographics. Add comparison infographics to number 2. The second image on the carousel, so basically this image right here, is super important in merchandising. The second and now third one, super important. So these are the ones that I think the AI wanted to suggest, is this image right here. It does its purpose. It's really good. It keeps attention. It doesn't really tell you much about the product, but it tells you about the taste for sure. But I think for a new customer, remember, I keep going back to only 38 or 37% of people in the US know about liquid IV. This was a research that was done, not my research, but I read about the research, and it's a trusted source. So what do the other 70+% that first lands here know about the product? They know about the brand. They saw the commercial. They want to learn more about the liquid IV. They go on Amazon, jump over the listing. First image tells you the package and everything and the important stuff. Second image doesn't really impact me on the why I should buy this product. So this is why they're suggesting. Number 2 is to add an infographic. Create a secondary side-by-side comparison to liquid IV to other sports drinks. And there's big ones out there, Gatorade being the one that's top of mind off Amazon. But there's a couple other strong contenders on Amazon that liquid IV's comparing it or battling to, like Limit is one, Drip Drop and the other. There's a lot other ones that you can compare it to. You don't have to directly compare it to, just basically put liquid IV versus other leading brands in this space as well. Can be a very good one. The electrolyte content, vitamin content, sugar content, however you want to highlight this. But this is a very key kind of thing. Over 65% of Amazon purchase decisions are influenced by text. So keep that very, very creating or fixing a title, fixing an image on Amazon. Health conscious shoppers in this category, going back to the not forgetting who we're trying to target, health conscious shoppers in this category are comparing, and giving a comparison early really hits that in there, gets the curiosity, and allows them to kind of go and research more on this product listings. And that's one of the goals of getting people on the listing is one, but getting people engaged in the listing is the other one that will improve the conversion intent. And the last one here, it's medium impact. I think it's pretty low impact, less than $1 per serving. It is okay, it is pretty good. And the Limit one that I talked just a couple seconds about, pretty high compared to what they are. I think they were running a sale when this was pulled, so this might not be the standard pricing, but 99 cents per serving is a pretty powerful message if you want to highlight that. But liquid IV, I'm pretty confident yesterday that they were running a sale when this was pulled. Let me see if the sale is still, no, it was I think under $20. So anyway, using those kind of, if you have a deal coming up, just make a small tweak on the listing to kind of give you that boost. What the listing did well. So I keep talking about negatives. There's a lot of things that they do well. The green lemon lime packaging was really good. It really stuck out. It helped in my visual. My eyeballs kind of get attracted to it when I was looking at the bestseller page. And let me show you guys what I mean by the bestseller page. So I am moving a lot faster here. So if you're looking at the bestseller rank and I go to this sports nutrition electrolyte replacement drink, you can kind of see how this one does stick out a little bit, in my opinion. At least it shows what the fruit is. Limit kind of gives you a pretty bland one, although they're number 1 in this space, in this category. This packaging still does a lot better for me, at least. I know from the different demographics, but from a visual merchandising perspective, this does well. They did a really good job. And you can kind of look at the other ones in the top 8. They're all a little bit different, except for Nectar. Some of these are a little bit similar, but if you're looking at from a new customer perspective, once again, new customer that's health conscious are looking for sports drinks or electrolyte drinks, which one would you click on? This is you guys. Let me know in the comments or anywhere. Just message me what you guys would really focus on when you're looking at it visually. I took some time looking at it contextually in the contents, in the text, but from a visual perspective, which one would you click on? And they did a good job in terms of the packaging, in my opinion. So the green packaging is really recognizable on the Amazon grid. I just showed you guys that. There's some other kind of competitors out there, Limit with the dark moody black, Drip Drop. I didn't even see them in the top 8. So I think last year or 2 years ago they did a brand refresh, like what IV did. And it looks premium. It looks good. I think it's a very nice and boxed out look that I really appreciate, and I really like the clean look of the bag. So here's the bonus section, and it's about the post Super Bowl shelf test. So it's about connecting people that watch the Super Bowl commercial to when they go to the Amazon listing, which I just did. The Super Bowl Ad, take a look, was bold, polarizing, and culturally savvy. Singing Toilets, the Amazon, the Phil Collins cover by Netflix star. I didn't even know that was her that was singing it, but it was great. The song was good, everything was good on the Super Bowl commercial, and the Amazon listing just did not connect it, to be honest. There was a little bit of disconnect. Unfortunately, from my perspective, from AI's perspective, there's zero continuity. It didn't really lock into the Super Bowl moment that they spent over $7 million on. So there's no campaign reference, no National Rehydration Day, which was Monday, and that was mentioned on the commercial. And when somebody Googled Liquid IV, whether it's on Amazon, whether it's on Google, after the ad, they landed to this page. This page hasn't changed, so it has been updated to match that. But not necessarily disappointed, but it's just a great feedback that I got when I saw it. A+ content should have Super Bowl time banners within 24 hours. We didn't even go down there. We didn't even go down to the A+ content. So let's go down there right now. And here we go. Yeah, this part is pretty easy to change. You can probably do this within 24 hours, like it said on the breakdown. Just tie it in. Put something really simple up here. Give the highly conscious shopper, by the time they reach the A+ content, they're very interested. They're pretty much close to buying your product. So if you can finish that or top it off with a tie-in with the Super Bowl, because that's probably how they got here, that would probably close the sale. But for them, they didn't do anything of that. A little disappointing, but this is an easy section to really, really update and to really refresh it or make it seasonal. They never did it. So the brand spent months building this moment with Lollapalooza, F1, and creative partnerships. All the other stuff outside of the Super Bowl commercial, they were really doing a big push. But the Amazon listing didn't capitalize on that, which is frustrating from my perspective, but it's an opportunity for a lot of other brands that if you are doing something big, small, a campaign, just sync it up. Just make sure everything is in line, everything is good. So the last part is the shelf test, which is a C+, click from recognition, not from the listing. If you see this product compared to the other leading ones, I click the Liquid IV because I already know the brand. I saw the commercial, I wanted to know more about the brand, and that's why I clicked on it. The green really does pop, and I wanted to go back to the bag itself again. The green really does pop. The bottom left is very strong. The bottom left is strong and allows you to kind of move your eyeballs to right next to it, which is the faster hydration and the vitamin count. So this bottom part is very, very strong in my opinion compared to the other listings on Amazon. So I know Liquid IV, I go and I click it because I already understand the brand. But for a new customer, the green really does matter to make your eyeballs click on it. That's very, very good. So if I'm a first-time buyer, if I go back to this one really tells me the 100 on one of their main competitors, the one that's ahead of them, 100 milligrams of something, 200 milligrams of something else. So let's just click into it and zoom in a little bit. 100 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 magnesium. So no sugar, 2 grams of carbs. Very good job on their packaging for this brand here, and that's kind of one of the highlights of their main competitor, Drip Drop. I didn't even go to Drip Drop. Drip Drop has something that says it's doctor developed. Pedialyte, I think everybody knows it because it's for the younger generation, the kids and the moms and dads that grew up on Pedialyte. Pretty strong brand. But Liquid IV tells me in the title that it's an electric powder drink. So that's what they all are, though. If you really think about it, if you're not a new customer, this is the category, powder drinks. So just saying that doesn't really benefit as much as other terms would, then that would be my recommendation. The brand will get its click. The Super Bowl, $7 million spent on Super Bowl, they'll get eyeballs to the listing. They'll get eyeballs to their brand, but they're not actively improving to close it, which is my number one concern right now. And it's relying on the brand to do both the closing and the clicks. That's a tough strategy for me to jump aboard with, but they're way bigger. They know what they're doing, and hopefully they see a nice bump in their sales and validate the spend that they did on the commercial. The last one I want to end this video on is the GEO gap. Once again, I was watching this webinar. They're talking about this, that 8% of Amazon brands or listings right now attack or satisfy the GEO gap. Liquid IV isn't in that 8%. That's okay. There's a room for improvement. Everybody needs room for improvement. 92% of listings on Amazon, the thousands and thousands, hundreds and thousands of listings on Amazon, only 8% of those satisfy the GEO. So very good opportunity. Listen to me, guys. If you guys take anything away from this video, the GEO gap is huge right now. The window will close very quickly once everybody jumps on this and understands how to attack it. And I want to go very quickly back to the how to attack it. I'm not just saying it. I'm not saying this is an issue. This is how you attack it. It's pretty straightforward. Just answer these questions. Who uses it, when to use it, where to use it, why choose it, and what it is. So the what it is, you should already answer. Every standard Amazon listing should already answer what this product is. The other four, these four right here, guys. These four. Use it, understand it, answer it. I'll give you guys more examples if you guys want. I'll make a lot more videos like this one. I know this one's very long. I will make shorter versions of this, but this would be my focus. This would be my focus of the next coming months for my job, for what I want to know, what I want to get better at, which is GEO readiness. So if you guys didn't take anything out of this video, or if you guys take one thing out of the video, answer these questions for your product listing. Answer these questions for your blog. Answer these questions anywhere you go in terms of creating content going forward. So that is the last part here. Where did I go? Here we go. GEO gap. So we got rated an F. I don't want to be too harsh on it. This is what everybody's been getting anyway. So very simple, kind of minor edits that you can do to not really disrupt the product listing as much as what people are scared of potentially. But if somebody asks Rufus, Amazon Rufus, their AI agent, what's the best electrolyte powder for post-workout recovery? This one didn't mention anything post-workout recovery-wise. So Rufus isn't going to recommend this price. He's probably going to recommend something else, like a limit or something. That otherwise, I didn't even really review the other listings, but for the next video, I'll kind of review their competitors and say, hey, a customer might go to this one, or Rufus might recommend this one versus what your listing is. But that's the small little difference right now, or the next couple months, or even the next year or so, that you got to make these tweaks, or else you're going to be falling behind. It has zero instance of workout recovery. These words are not what this product is. It's who this product is for, right? There's a lot of these who, why should I use it for recovery? When should I use it for exercise? And should use it? Fitness and athlete runners. So these are the questions that are very, very simple in my opinion. Like, these are the questions that I would ask if I was a brand owner, what my customers would be asking as well. So limit the competitors here. They do mention fasting, keto, and the other ones, giving AI a very retrievable hook. So keep that in mind. Going back to the 8% stat, only 8% passed the GEO readiness test. Liquid IV, despite being the number 2 in the category, doesn't have any mention or isn't really ready for the GEO push that we're seeing right now, and we're going to be continue seeing until this becomes an issue to a lot of brands. So take advantage of that. I want to wrap this video up by saying, if you guys want me to do an audit on your listing, let me know. Message me on LinkedIn, leave a comment here, or message me anywhere that you can find me at the Robert Hugh. But this video turned this prompt, and if you guys want this prompt, let me know, into this actionable audit. So I will catch you guys on another video.